Breaking news. Please like, share, and subscribe. United Kingdom Comprehensive Daily News Report, 2026 edition. The United Kingdom is experiencing a period of rapid political, economic, and social change. From inflation pressures and business closures to international tensions, immigration reforms, and entertainment trends, today's UK news reflects a country balancing recovery, reform, and global influence. This detailed report brings together today's most talked about and trending UK stories, written in a clear and engaging format for a UK and international audience. The economy and cost of living. The cost of living crisis continues to dominate conversations across the UK. Inflation has shown uneven movement, with household essentials such as food, transport, and energy still placing pressure on families. While the government maintains that inflation is expected to gradually stabilize during 2026, many UK households say they are not yet feeling relief. Supermarket prices, rent increases, and public transport fares remain high, particularly in London and other major cities. Energy bills and household costs. Energy bills remain one of the biggest concerns for UK residents. Although wholesale prices have eased compared to previous years, monthly household bills remain significantly higher than pre-crisis levels. Charities and consumer groups are warning that low-income households remain vulnerable. Pensioners are struggling during winter months. Many families are relying on credit and short-term loans. Wages versus reality. Wages have increased in some sectors, especially healthcare, construction, and technology. However, critics argue wage growth is not keeping pace with real-world expenses, leading to continued dissatisfaction. Business and the high street. High street under pressure. The UK high street is facing another difficult year. Several well-known retail brands have announced store closures, job cuts, restructuring plans. Fashion, electronics, and casual dining sectors have been particularly affected. Online shopping, rising rents, and increased operational costs are forcing companies to rethink physical stores. Small businesses struggle. Small and independent businesses report difficulty coping with business rates, energy costs, reduced consumer spending. Business owners are urging the government for tax relief and additional support, warning that more closures could follow if conditions do not improve. Politics and policy. Government under pressure. The UK government faces increasing pressure over economic management, immigration reforms, foreign policy decisions. Opposition parties argue that current policies are failing to protect working-class families, while ministers insist that long-term reforms are necessary for stability. Immigration policy changes. One of the most discussed topics today is the tightening of UK immigration rules. Changes include higher English language requirements, increased visa fees, stricter settlement pathways. Supporters say the reforms protect public services and ensure skilled migration. Critics warn the changes could harm universities, create worker shortages, damage the UK's global reputation. International students and skilled workers are watching developments closely. International relations. Relations between the UK and the United States have drawn attention due to trade disagreements and diplomatic differences. Despite strong historical ties, recent statements and policy positions have caused debate in political circles. UK officials stress the importance of diplomacy over confrontation, protecting British jobs, avoiding trade escalation, China and security concerns. Security analysts and politicians continue to debate the UK's relationship with China. Issues include national security, infrastructure investment, diplomatic presence in London. Public opinion remains divided, with some calling for stronger restrictions, while others emphasize economic cooperation. Society and crime, policing and public confidence. Crime remains a major concern for UK residents, particularly in large cities. Topics dominating discussion include knife crime, youth violence, shoplifting. Police forces are under pressure to improve visibility and response times, while community leaders call for long-term solutions, including education and youth support. Online safety. Online scams and cybercrime continue to rise, with thousands of UK residents reporting fraudulent messages, fake investment schemes, identity theft. Authorities are urging the public to remain vigilant and report suspicious activity. Health and well-being. The NHS. The National Health Service remains one of the most discussed institutions in the UK. Key issues include long waiting lists, staff shortages, emergency care delays. Doctors and nurses continue to warn that without significant reform and investment, pressures will worsen. Mental health awareness. Mental health remains a growing concern, particularly among young people, working professionals, elderly individuals. Campaigners are calling for better access to mental health services and faster referrals. Lifestyle and infrastructure. Housing crisis continues. The UK housing market remains challenging. High rents, limited affordable housing, first-time buyers struggling. Calls for government intervention are increasing, especially in London, Manchester, and Birmingham. Transport and travel. Transport disruptions remain common due to rail strikes, engineering work, staff shortages. Passengers express frustration over reliability and rising ticket prices. Entertainment and media. Reality TV dominates. Reality TV remains extremely popular in the UK. Shows like Love Island, talent competitions, and celebrity series dominate social media discussions and streaming platforms. Music and pop culture. UK music continues to make global impact with British artists topping charts, major award shows generating buzz, concert tours selling out quickly. Digital content boom. YouTube, TikTok, and podcasts are increasingly shaping UK media consumption, with news creators gaining massive followings by delivering fast, engaging content. Looking ahead, the UK news cycle is increasingly driven by social media, where users debate government credibility, immigration policies, global conflicts, hashtags related to the economy, politics, and entertainment trend daily, reflecting a highly engaged and vocal population. Key conclusions for 2026. Economic recovery remains fragile. Political trust is being tested. Global relationships are evolving. The government's ability to balance reform with public confidence will likely shape the country's direction throughout 2026. Today's UK news paints a picture of a nation navigating complex challenges while remaining culturally influential and globally significant. For citizens, creators, and global observers, UK news remains important, influential, and highly watched. Please like, share, and subscribe.